Hello and welcome. In this video I'm sharing about Raspberry Pi 3 which is running SuSE Linux Enterprise 15 for the first time. We have to connect to a monitor using HDMI cable before we can use SuSE Linux Enterprise 15 because we don't have any default username password like we have in Raspbian and various other distributions for Raspberry Pi. So for this installation I used 8 GB micro SD card on a Linux system and then used dd command. SuSE Linux Enterprise 15 version for Raspberry Pi is available on SuSE.com with 60 days trial. So right now just this SLES 15 is booting up. Minimum we have to connect for initial setup we have to connect one HDMI cable, one USB keyboard, and obviously one power supply also. Mouse is optional because we can use tab keys or alt keys combination. Right now it is taking some time, it is doing some initial setups. It is using systemd. At the moment it is trying to get a IP address from the DHCP, checking the network connectivity. So we have configuration screen now. If it finds any DHCP or any IP address, any router which is providing DHCP, then IP address will be set up here in network auto setup option. Next comes languages and keyboard layout. If you want to make a change, you can change it here. Then we have welcome message. After welcome message we get license agreement. Go through the license agreement. If you agree, then you can press Alt A key or use mouse if you are to select to agree on that license agreement. So then click on next. Then comes time and date. Right now we are on user creation option. Create a user. This will be required to log on to the SLES 15 or Raspberry Pi. You can use default options. It is showing warning about weak password. So it is just a test machine, so I have a weak password here in use. However, in a production environment, make sure you always use a proper complex password with minimum 8 to 10 characters or as per standard policy whatever you have. But make sure you use a proper password. So right now it is moving ahead with the creation and other checkings. Let's wait for some time. Now it moved on to customer center for registration. Right now this Raspberry Pi is not connected to the network, so I am going to skip registration at the moment. Alt S key. Then select next key. It is complete. Congratulations, it is setup is complete. Initial setup. Now we can log in over the network. Let's log into the graphical interface for the first time. So here this is the default graphical interface after logging on to SLES 15 on Raspberry Pi 3. So all these options we have. System, configuration, security. So I don't have any plan to use graphical interface. So I will be disabling it in this graphical interface, that is graphical target in systemd, and making it default to multi-user target.